What is up, everyone? It is V4.5 here with a new video, and today I'm here to do a comparison of the Mako V4.5 and the Mako V5, which is right there. So today I'm outdoor because I really wanted to make a video outside, and it's really hard to find a peaceful place where there's not a lot of people, and I trying to do it here, and hopefully there's not going to be anybody walking around. It's pretty nice. There's like a beautiful view, it's really cool, and there's like a airplane field over there. They fly like toys, airplanes, stuff like that. So today we're here to compare the new Mako V5 and guess the old Mako V4.5. So here it is, side by side. That's how they look. Wait, let me. Yeah, that was my shot on the way. So a little bit of a story of the Mako. If you don't know, the Mako used to be probably Squid Industries' most affordable aluminum trainer back then, and it also used to be sandwich. And then with the V4, they made a channel, which not a lot of people liked. Me neither, to be honest, because it was the only Squid Industries sandwich design. So they kind of took that away from their line, which is not too great. And then the V4 was kind of a flop because it has so many problems with the channel breaking and stuff like that. They literally came out with the V4.5 in a week right after the V4, fixing all the issues with the channel and whatnot. And it's actually pretty cool. I do like the Mako V4.5. I made a video about it. It was actually the first knife that I ever my bad, it's the first knife that I ever appeared on my channel, because my first video was with that knife. But not only that, I also made a video on the Mako V4.5 like a year ago or whatnot, pretty much talking about how, in my opinion, the Mako should have been better, and it did have a lot of things that in my opinion should have been changed and made better. And now they came out with the V4.5, kind of fixing some of the issues, but there weren't too many, but there were some little things, and we're gonna talk about that because we're gonna analyze the V5 Mako. So let's go on and talk about the main changes, or the main specs and stuff like that, because there is some changes on this thing, even though they're not too many when it comes to materials, because we still have channel aluminum handles right here. You can see some differences on the design. We have the machine line over there and jimpings, which is cool, and we're going to talk about that in a second. For the rest, it is still washer system. This thing still is on washers, even though they said they improved the washer system for better tolerances and flipping, which I don't really know. I guess this thing, it didn't have any tap or play, or barely any play out of the box. But oh, now it doesn't have tap. Okay, it was tapping a little bit the other day, so they said they improved it. I don't see much improvement when it comes to tolerances, but it's not a big deal because it still is on washers, and that's how washers are. And this one is just really messed up. Yeah, not great tolerances. So it is what it is. The really big change that there is on materials wise, it's a blade, because they finally my bad, I'm keep turning because I can't see shit because there's so much sunlight, and I can see what I'm recording on my screen. The big change with the blade is that it's finally hardened steel, which it was, in my opinion, the main problem with the Mako V4.5, because the blade on the Mako V4.5, it's not hardened. And if you don't know what that means, it means that it's much softer, so it's really easy to bend. You can kind of see the difference if you put it side by side. I don't know how much you can see because I'm outside, but the Mako V4.5 blade, it's kind of bent and it's not completely straight, and I had problem in the past with the blade bending, and I had to kind of bend it back because it was like making contact with the inside of the channel. And oh my god, it's saying my phone is overheating. I'm still trying. Hopefully the recording is not gonna be laggy, but hopefully the video is gonna be fine at the end. So I'm just gonna be flipping randomly and showing off randomly, and hopefully everything turns out good. But what I'm saying is that the blade was bending, and it was a major problem with the Mako because it was making contact with the handles, and it was causing blade rub, and then just bad tolerances and bad swing. So you basically had to bend the blade back in order to put it back in place. But with the new Mako, this shouldn't be a problem anymore because it's a hardened blade, which means that it's a lot harder to flex, and it should be just much better in that matter, pretty much. So the only big changes are the design of the handles, because you can see there's a new machine line and there is jimpings. So let's talk about the line first, because I think it's the most important thing. So I do like the fact that they added some kind of, you know, detail to the design. I feel like the Mako design before, as you can see, it's really plain. There's like nothing going on besides a little gills thing. So, you know, that's good, the fact that they decided to make something a little cooler. But at the same time, this kind of the design choice was taken from the Mako, which, if you don't know, it's pretty much Mako but titanium, and it's like $300 and it's sandwich. And does have the same line that goes across the handles on the faces. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, that line doesn't really give much of a purpose when it comes to the grip factor, but it mostly just helps, I guess, with like weight reduction more than anything. Because to be completely honest, you're not gonna use this side of the handle as much, or like this part of the handles as much, for like general tricks, unless you're doing something like a little bit weird or different, then maybe. But I really cannot think about a place or like a trick or combo in which you're really using this side of the handle, unless you're doing something kind of weird. But like maybe you're doing some really low fence and you can kind of feel the line, but it's not making a huge difference, to be honest. And I do think that that line would have been a lot more useful if it was on the side of the channel, because if you're doing like turtling or stuff like that, you kind of need more grip over there. And the finish on this wing, it's be blessed just like that, but even heavier, which makes it feel a little more dry. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some people think this knife is kind of slippery. So yeah, but by the way, finish wise, it's pretty cool, but like I'm not a huge fan of the B-Blast. It's a really heavy B-Blast. So like it's not bad, but it's not my thing, I would say. But okay, it's so laggy. My phone is laggy as shit. So yeah, I think the line would have been a lot more useful if it was on the side, you know, because the reason why the line on the Mako is on the faces is because mostly it's sandwich, you know, it's a sandwich knife, so you don't really need a lot of details on the side of the handle, because a sandwich knife doesn't have any material on the side of the handles, where a channel knife does, and it might need more details on the side of the channel because you're gonna do a lot more tricks like, you know, this stuff, which you might need more grip. Now the finish does help a little bit with grip, but you know, it's still aluminum. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody thinks this knife it's a little slippery, which it might feel like that sometimes. Today, surprisingly not. But yeah, so so the line, it's okay, not amazing choice, I think, you know, as I just said. Jimpings are pretty cool. They're kind of like the wing, the body swing jimpings. They're like those little, I can't see shit, those like little like curved lines, which kind of recalls the gills right here. They're cool. They're not even bad, to be honest. Definitely, you know, a straight shape will be better, but like, okay, I can't do ladders, I'm sorry, I can't do ladders, and I can see shit, and I don't want to drop this knife. But yeah, I mean, oh my god, yeah, no, I really can't. But The jimpings are not the best because I feel like straight jimpings will be better, but I do like the fact that they kind of implemented them with a different design and they kind of work fine, so I would say they're decent. So after we talk about all this, we just need to talk about flipping, and they're pretty similar, to be honest. There is definitely a change between these two. There's definitely like a difference between these two, but you can definitely feel that you're flipping a Mako to me. Like, difference is there, but it's not so big that it's like a completely different knife, but you can kind of feel the difference at the same time. And which one do I prefer? To be honest, it's also probably because this thing is more fucked up, so it's looser. Chances are trash, and like it's a little more forgiving and whatnot. So I do like the Mako V4.5 a little better because it has like a little more weight and it's a little more fast and it's kind of fun to flip. The V5, it just has a little less handle weight. The fact that I took off the handle weight right there changes the balance of the knife a little bit, or the weight distribution of it, or whatever. I can, like, the balance overall, it's still the same because you do have still like a slight handle bias, the classic Squid Industries slight handle bias, which you can actually change if you want. You can take off the screw. You're gonna have a blade bias, which I do like a lot on the V4.5, and I do like the fact that they do this kind of like thing that you can take off the weight of the handles. I think it's nice because, you know, two different flipping experiences. But the main difference between these two is that this one just has a little less handle weight overall, and it does change the flipping experience a little bit more. It makes it a little more floaty, not as planted as the V4.5, but like fans are fine. Oh my god, I can't. Like fans, you know, they're fine. Choker fans. And rollovers are still sticky. It just is mostly just like the feeling of it, which is a little bit different. This one feels like there's more momentum to it, and it's a little bit like easier to go like faster. And that one feels like it's a little slower, and it has a little less handle weight. But yeah. So the main difference is just this one has more handle weight overall. It feels a little more planted, a little more fast, a little more flowy than this one. They're still good. I do prefer this one. It's more fun to me, but this one, it's not bad. Again, I wish the line was on the side because it would be much more helpful, and I still wish this thing was sandwich. I feel like everybody would love to see that, and I think it's not bad. I think it's good. I like the changes they made to it. Like it's not at least they're not going back. You know, they actually had some, you know, functional things on the side, you know, the jimpings and whatnot, and the ardent blade, which is great. Now, is the Mako still like good to buy on today's days? You know, today, in which you can buy like good trainers for like 60 to 80 bucks with like the same materials, with jimpings or even better materials? The answer is probably not. I don't think the Mako, it's a knife that it's gonna like 100% impress you. It's a pretty normal standard flipping experience, and like it's not anything crazy. And I do think that you can find something much better for the price, that it's gonna give you a much more interesting, like just more competitive flipping experience than the Mako for the same price or even less. Because right here we're talking about, I think, 119 for the standard version, and this is like 129 because it's the inked one. So yeah, I would recommend it if you're looking for your first volley. Like, get something else, get something better. But if you want this because it looks fun to you, or like you think it will be cool, or you want to try it, I mean, it's not a bad buy. But again, it's still washers, it's not it's not, oh my god, it's not bushing, so the tolerance is gonna get worse. And I think I'm gonna end this video in my car because my phone is dying. So I'll see you there. You boys, it's me, and I'm doing the outro for the video because I didn't record it. You know, when I said that I was going to my car to record it, I did not record that, and now it's basically 2 weeks later, and I am recording my outro right now. So I guess as a quick recap, even though I probably shouldn't, because I probably already said this thing so many fucking times. Anyways, I want to say thank you for, oh my fucking god, I can't flip. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you find it useful. So yeah, and I think that's about it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe I don't know, because I don't really know what to record anymore. Maybe a collection video. Do you guys want a collection video? Would you care about it? Something like that, because I have quite a bit of knives to show, even though many of you probably already seen most of them and they're not extremely interesting, but let me know. And I guess that's it. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.